Hey y'all, going to be going over this review worksheet that we have. So this is basically your answer key for the review worksheet. So I'm going to go step by step. The big thing, we will always be referring back to that part for every problem. So let's make sure that we are seeing that's what I'm doing. So first, we're going to solve the problem. Okay, once we solve the problem, then we're going to decide which of these values are actually part of the solution. Okay, so let me zoom in here, get my ugly mug out of here, and let's roll. So this first one, variables on the right, so I'm going to go -4 on both sides. It's going to end up being 12 is less than 2a. Finish him. Divide by 2, and 6 is less than a. Now, want to rearrange it so I can sketch a quick graph. We have a would be greater than 6. Okay, eating the a. So there's my answer. Okay, now when I look back here, a is greater than 6. Let's see which of these are greater than 6. And there's only one of these that would fit that criteria, and that would be letter E. Okay, letter E would be it. For number 2, there's my variable part. So I need to add 6 to both sides. N over 2 is greater than or equal to 7. Now to undo division, we would multiply both sides by 2. Those 2's cancel out. I do not need to flip my inequality. Okay, and it's already on the left where I need it. So I have n is greater than or equal to 14. N is greater than or equal to 14. And as I look down this list, the only value, once again, that is greater than or equal to 14 is letter E. Okay, so we saw the graph, just so we can see this. If we saw the graph, here would be 14, here would be 0 over here. Okay, this would be a closed dot going to the right. So the only one that's in this shaded area is the number 16. All the other numbers are over here in the non-shaded area. Okay, number 3. Have variables on both sides. So we have to organize. Let's get our variables on the left. So I'm going to go -1x on both sides. That's 0, and I'm going to add these up in a second. Since my variables are here on the left, I have to move the -16. I'm going to add 16 to both sides. That's 0, and I'm going to add these up. So -2x plus -1x, that's -3x. -1 plus 16 is 15. Finish him. Divide both sides by -3. Remember, that means I have to flip my inequality sign. So I have x is less than -5. Okay, x is less than -5. Okay, so when I'm looking at my list here, -5 is not included because it doesn't say less than or equal to, it just says less than -5. Okay, so the only one that is less than -5 is letter A. Now, just that we're clear, there are possibilities of having more than one answer. Okay. Okay, number 14 here. Variables are on both sides, so let's move them to one side. Let's go -3r on both sides. That's 0. And in a second here, I'm going to add these up. Add 5 to both sides. That's 0. I'm going to add these up. So I have them on opposite sides, but I have -2r is greater than -10. Divide both sides by -2. I do need to flip my inequality sign because I just used that. I just divided both sides by a negative. Oops. Not add that or equal to parts. And I would have r is less than +5. Okay, so just kind of give us an idea with the number line. Again, This would be 0. This would be 5. This would be an open dot on 5, shaded to the left. Those are the ones that are my solutions. So when I look back, ones that are less than 5, 5 is right in here. Okay, it'd be all of these, A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. All of those are answers. Okay, number 5. Now I do need to distribute here first. Negative 8n, 32, and let's distribute here. So negative 32n plus 16. Let's get our variables on one side. So plus 32n on both sides. That's 0. These are going to get added up here shortly. I'm going to add 32 to both sides. That's 0. These will get added up here shortly. And that's going to give me 24n is less than or equal to 48. Finish him. Divide both sides by 24. And n is less than or equal to 2. Okay, so the ones that we would have here in this one would be A, B, and, not D. A, B, and C. Okay, 15, negative 5, and 1 are all solutions there. Next one, distribute. I have negative 24 minus 4a is less than or equal to 16a plus 56. Okay, let's get our a's together. So minus 16a on both sides. 0. I'm going to add these up in a second. Add 24 to both sides. That's 0. We're going to add these up in a second. So that's going to give me negative 20a is less than or equal to 80. Finish him. Oh, snap. I just divided both sides by a negative. I would get a. I have to flip my inequality sign. A is greater than or equal to negative 4. So the ones that would be solutions here would be C, D, and E. 1, 4, and 16 would be solutions here. Okay. All right, the compound inequalities. Now, with the compound inequalities, it's way more important for us to draw this number line. Okay, and you're going to see these problems on our quiz that are almost identical to what we're doing here right now. Okay, and you're going to want to show all this work on your paper. So first off, this is an and statement. Let's break it up into the two problems. So left side is the first part. So negative 92 is less than 10m plus 8. And middle and right is the second part. 10m plus 8 is less than or equal to negative 22. So let's solve them. Minus 8. Divide by 10. Do not need to flip my inequality sign because I'm dividing by a positive. So this would be negative 10 is less than m. I'm going to rearrange it for graphing purposes. And I would have an open dot going that direction. Solve the second one. Minus 8 on both sides. So I get 10n is less than or equal to negative 30. Divide both sides by 10. I do not need to flip because that's a positive 10. N is less than or equal to negative 3. That'd be a closed dot at negative 3. And that's going to the left. So my solutions are this stuff in the middle. Okay? So that means the only one that happens to be a solution to this compound is negative 5, letter B. Okay? Move this out of the way because I need to write my final answer with an and in between them. Okay, number 8. Let's break it up into its two parts. So one of the parts, we have 45 is less than 9k plus 9, and 9k plus 9 is less than 81. Let's solve. Minus 9 on both sides. 36 is less than 9k. Divide by 9, and I get 4 is less than. Okay, let's reorganize for the sake of graphing. It'll be an open dot on 4 going to the right. And let's get our second answer. Minus 9. I get 9k is less than 72. Divide by 9, and I get 8. K is less than 8. Open dot on 8 going left. Okay. Now, those are my solutions. Now, here's a unique thing. Okay. Negative 15's way over here. Negative 5's way over here, unshaded area. 1 is right here, unshaded area. 4 is not a solution because that is an open circle. Okay. And 16's over here. So, yes, there are solutions. They're in here, but it's none of those. Okay. None of those are solutions, okay, that we were given. Okay, it doesn't mean that there are not any solutions. There are solutions. It's just none of the numbers that we used. Okay, the last couple are or statements. Okay, they're or statements. So let's go ahead and solve them. Negative 3x plus 4 is less than negative 11. That's a little sloppy. Minus 4 on both sides. I get negative 3x is less than negative 15. Finish him. Divide by negative 3, and don't forget, I have to flip my inequality sign here. So I get x is greater than 5. So there's 5, and it's an or statement, so I can just shade wherever. So I know over there so far. Need our second part. Negative 10x minus 2 is greater than or equal to 78. So add 2 to both sides. I get negative 10x is greater than or equal to 80. Finish him. Divided by negative 10. Again, I just divided by a negative. I have to flip my inequality sign. If x is less than or equal to negative 8. So there's my answer. Let's go ahead and graph this one. That would be a closed dot on negative 8 going to the left. Okay, so negative 15's out here. That's a solution. Negative 5 is here, not a solution. 1 is here, not a solution. 4 is here, not a solution. 16's out here. That's a solution. So A and E are the two numbers in that set of values that are solutions. Okay. Last one. 7n minus 7 is greater than or equal to negative 35. Add 7 to both sides. I get 7n is greater than or equal to negative 28. Divide by 7. Do not need to flip my inequality sign. I get n is greater than or equal to negative 4. Closed dot on negative 4 going to the right. The second part, negative 3 plus 9n or less than or equal to negative 48. Add 3 to both sides. I get 9n is less than or equal to negative 45. Finish him. I do not need to flip because that's a positive 9. Now if n is less than or equal to negative 5. You close dot here, going to the left. There's a lot of solutions here. Okay, so if I go through our numbers, let me put my or here. There's my answer. Negative 15. Oh, yeah, part of the solution. Negative 5. Yes, part of the solution, because that's a closed dot. 1 is out here, part of the solution. 4, 16. So every single one of these happens to be part of the solution. Okay. That doesn't mean that every single number always is, because we can see there's this little spot in here where there is not any shading. It's just that all the ones that we chose are part of the solution set. So they would all be answers. Okay. That's the end of our review worksheet. Hopefully you did okay with that. Those are the types of things you're going to have to do for your chapter exam. So good luck, or not chapter exam, excuse me, on your quiz. Okay, so good luck on the quiz, and yeah, we will see you another time.